I thought better 5-on-5 opportunities, but again, winning the possession clock doesn't do much for you. So we're in a results-based business, in competition, and you can learn on both sides of it. These lessons without any points are starting to get a little old, and I know it's getting old with our guys. So we will get back to work on Monday morning, and try and change the outcome starting on Monday for next week.
Mike, just want to get your thoughts defensively, obviously for 2 periods and 5 or 7 minutes or so. You had them shut out. What did you see on that end? What kind of progress, if any, do you feel you made there?
Well, I think Daniel Hauser absolutely answered the bell tonight. Last night, I think if you asked him, he wanted to be better, and he definitely was tonight. Now, I thought we supported him a bit more tonight, but when we did leave him on an island, he made some very, very good saves and kept them at that point to 0. But most experiences that hurt the most are the ones that you remember, and this one stings a bit. But it's also a learning moment, and I did like our compete. I didn't like the outcome.
Kind of going back to those possession numbers versus how you finish. You talked to last night about wanting to be better between the dots in the middle of the ice. Did you think you had that tonight and couldn't get past a hot goaltender, perhaps?
Still not enough. If you got to have 60 to get production, we've got to find a way to get to 60, whatever it is. We've played games where we haven't given up a ton and, haven't been successful in those. So, again, we talk about 5-on-5 play offensively, and, our minute eaters that get the opportunities, we've got to be a little bit sharper on that. I know the guys will come to work on Monday. No options.
What do you feel like you're missing 5-on-5, or just scoring and finishing in general? Is this harkening back to some of those cold stretches you've seen last year? I mean, when you got all the chances and they just weren't going? I'm interested in thoughts.
Well, if you look at some of the guys that were in those positions tonight, early in the season, I think there was a little bit more finish, but if I was going to pick the guys I want in alone, I think the guys that were in alone would probably be towards the top of my list. We talk about being process driven, and tonight our process was better, and some of that's just a little bit more finish and a little bit harder mentally, which playing in games like this prepare you for that. That's just a little bit of finish.
Moving Fitzy back to the wing, I wonder what you saw results-wise from that. I mean, that line was in on a lot of chances and had opportunities. I wonder, can you go through the process of why now was the time for that move and how you saw it pay off?
Well, when we'd gone almost 2 full games, and you look tonight, he goes back to the wall, and he has a shorthanded goal, which isn't a 5-on-5 goal, but he still has 5 shots on net. I thought he was threatening. His game tonight was better, and I think it suits him best on the wall. We've just got to see if we can get some other guys to play in the middle, and I thought Jack Horbach did his job as he usually does when we needed him to. Deering did a good job tonight. I just thought we had a little bit more juice up and down our lineup. And so from that standpoint, when you're not productive as a group of forwards, opportunity-wise, last night in driving, you need to move some things around. And I thought tonight, him and Tolk and that group was threatening, and we hadn't had a lot of that.
What happened after the game, the handshakes, or the lack of handshakes between you and their staff? Did you just want to cut that off?
Yeah, I'll leave that only because, I told them good game. So I told them. They were enjoying the night, and maybe they should. They swept. So.
Well, my question was similar, but I just wanted to get your thoughts on, the game was over and all those misconduct penalties came up, but
Yeah.
I was just wondering what are your thoughts on that part of it, and is it just?
It's a compete. If you're around our game long enough, it's an emotional game. Guys are out there competing, and sometimes it boils over. I will say, getting the guys off the ice, and that was probably the best thing for that situation.
That team that got honored tonight after the first period went through a 4-game losing streak in January at home against ranked teams. Still did some pretty impressive things. How much of the big picture do you see within, trying to not look at one game, one weekend, 2 weekends, but knowing you've got 5 more weekends of regular season,
Yeah.
and then where do you go from there?
We knew what we signed up for, right? And so this is part of the package. It's nice when you're at the top of the pack, and as people start getting pieces of you, they're learning experiences, and we've got to keep pushing here. I mean, 4 in a row at home. Well, now that hill got a little steeper, and we'll just have to put our arms around each other and go to work on Monday and make sure that we're the best version we have to be on Friday, because Minnesota's going to be trying to do what they're doing. And so, yeah, I mean, to me, I will say this. I've been around a lot of that 06 team. And today I had an opportunity, and we had some administration and our staff that were around here, and a lot of those men, wives, significant others, and kids were here. And they're a special group. Mike Eves came in and did a bang-up job reading our lineup today. And for any of those that have crossed his path, as you have, pretty unique individual, special guy, winner. And if that's something I can say about that 06 group, they won on the ice. Seeing what I saw today, they're winning off the ice too. So we've got a lot to learn from them. They've been fantastic from day one since I've gotten here. Adam Bursch, and you can still tell Adam Bursch is still the captain of that team. A lot of those guys said special things about him on setting up, and appreciate what the administration did for that group and the recognition, but it's definitely well deserved. Thank you.
What can you take away from the series going to the Borderville next weekend?
Yeah, I just gotta hit the reset button and go back to work on Monday.
Christian, the chances that you guys were getting and not going in, did that just feel like that's happened before, and you've gotten in stretches, and it's kind of, you throw your hands up and like, how are these not happening?
Yeah, I think so. I think we generated definitely enough chances to win the game. I think ultimately the result was caused by lack of, or I guess defensive blunders at times. I thought we were in a position to win a game there going into the third, and it's on us to be better. Can't let that slip away.
That said, when Coach Hastings was in here yesterday, kind of talked about, guys, one guys to look in the mirror and kind of see where they can get better. That said, is tonight progress, or as players, I don't know, how do you kind of look at games like this where, it's a little better, but you still didn't get the win?
Yeah, I think tonight's strictly on me. I think I obviously missed an assignment on the back door, and I think obviously we all saw the win in the net, and it's completely on me tonight.
I think it's a team game. I think you completely win as a team and lose as a team. I don't think Finner making one play. There's a handful of plays that could have gone into the net, put us up a few more goals, and ultimately we lost as a team tonight, and we need to be better.
In this stretch you guys are in, is one stretch of a long season. How much do you see that? How much do you guys in the room see that this is one part of a puzzle that's still got a lot of pieces to get fit in here?
Yeah, Coach obviously touched on that a little bit after the game, but obviously we got Minnie next weekend and Minnie, and obviously they're pretty hungry, and we need to go in there with the right mindset and be ready to go Monday, and make sure that we're ready to go when we get into Minnesota.
Christian, did it feel more comfortable for you on the wall today? It seemed like you guys were generating a lot, and I don't know how much of that is last night. How much of it is you feeling a little more free or a little getting open a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy playing on the wall. I mean, ultimately I'll play wherever we think can help the team win the game. But yeah, I enjoy playing. I just enjoy playing hockey, honestly.
With that atmosphere out there tonight, and there's a big crowd, it was a pretty loud group. I wondered, given that these results have happened at home, how much more painful is that in front of a big crowd that it doesn't go your way in the end after you have a chance?
Yeah, it's terrible. Obviously, you know, we love our students and we love our fans, and for this to keep happening over and over again, it's you know, it's not what we want, and we need to change what's going on, and yeah, it's terrible, and if we want them to come, we got to win, so we need to change something.